Today on Cartoon Academy, we're visiting animal habitats around the world. I love visiting the beautiful swamps and wetlands of the South, from Okefenokee Swamp to Ding Darling Park. We're going to visit the Florida Everglades, drawing 3 characters, a manatee, a flamingo, and a cute little turtle. Let's draw. We're going to start with our manatee's eye. It's an oval shape. We just fill that in. A little bit of space, and add the second eye. For the brow, we have an arch up, and then a second one. Now for the face and snout. Right where this arch ends, we bring a line down, round, up slightly, down, round, and up. Right at the end here, we put a letter C backwards to form a cheek. Line across. And now we're going to add the nostrils. 1 and 2. A little arch above. 1, 2. We're going to add a little bit of texture here where the whiskers might be. And now we're going to add the body, starting right here below the snout. In, down and around, out, around, in, up, and stop. Now we're going to start from the top of the head, and we're going to meet right here. Up, down, around, and connect. The mouth is a letter U. Line across for the tongue, and then shade that in. Now for the limbs. Letter V. Out and in. There's another arm right here. Lastly, the underbelly. Line across, right behind this limb, down and connect to the base. Our next character is going to be a flamingo. Our flamingo starts right up here. We have a circle or oval shape. Letter C backwards, and then a line across that forms both the eyelids and eyelashes. Now for the pupils. 1 and 2. Our beak begins right at the base of the eyes. Come out, down, up, around, and then we add a little dash on the end. Come around from the eye to the lower part of the beak. Right at the tip here, we're going to just add a little bit of shading in. For the head, we start at the top of the eye, we add some feathers, and back in to the jaw. Add 2 eyebrows. 1, 2. We're going to add a long neck. Line down, line down. A wing. Out. 1, 2, 3. For the body, we continue where we left off with the neck with a letter U shape. We cut that off just before we bring it all the way up, and we add the feathers, the tail feathers, pointing downwards. There's just a line down, the letter M, and a line up. Now for the legs. 1 line down, 2 lines down. For the feet, letter C backwards, out, around and in, out, around and in. The other leg has a slight bend to it. We come down and in, forms a letter 4 backwards, down and in, over, over, and then we just sort of bend this foot inwards. Where this bend occurs, it's not actually a knee, it's the ankle. We're going to add our third character. It's a real simple little one, but sometimes simple can be very cute. It's a turtle. We're going to start with the head. It's a shape like this. Next is the shell. We just draw a little arch up, and then a line across. It forms a letter D turned on its side. For the face, very simple, just 2 dots and a smile. For the legs, we just use a square shape. Down, over, up. Down, over, up. And the letter L right next to it, and letter L backwards. For the tail, in and out. There's a little pattern right on the shell like that. And then 2 eyebrows. 1, 2. Now we need to create our setting. We have a background, that's everything behind the character, a middle ground, everything the character is right near, and then a foreground, everything in front of the character. We're going to start with our middle ground. We have a little bit of land that sort of extends out here. We also have some water. Our manatee is sort of rising up out of the water, so we have a little bit of that goes in front of him. That's our middle ground. For our foreground, the stuff in front of the characters, we have actually under the water a little bit of seagrass, so our manatee has something to snack on. On our background, we're going to add a tree back here. Line up, letter V, down, and we see a little bit of the roots exposed and above the ground here. That's just a letter M. Continue that over, connect, connect. We're going to add some Spanish moss hanging down from the trees. We just sort of scribble that in, very loose, like so. Lastly, a little bit of texture on the tree. That's it. That's our Florida Everglades scene. Be sure to sign your name. Take pride in your work. In the rainforest of Costa Rica, there's a variety of diverse animals. We're going to draw 3 of them: a toucan, a sloth, and a tree frog. Let's draw. We're going to begin our drawing by thinking about our composition. Composition is where all the different elements of the drawings are placed. Our toucan is going to be right here, our sloth here, and then finally our tree frog over here. We're going to begin by drawing our toucan. We'll start with the eyes. A circle and a letter C backwards. For the pupils, a period here and here. Now for the eyebrows. Just scribbly little lines right above the eyes. You don't have to be neat, nice and messy is okay. Now he has a very large beak. So we start from the base of the eye, come out, point, in, and up slightly. Right at the end, we add a dash. Now from just below the beak here, we come down, up, and around with a letter C shape. Now for a pattern on the beak, we're just going to add some striped lines. 1 and 2. For the head, we start right here at the eyebrow, come down, scribble, 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 and in. Add the neck, 1 line down and 2 lines down. Next, the wing. Out, up, down, and up. For the body, it's a letter U, starting from the base of the neck, come up, around to the wing. I don't think I'll be able to finish the drawing of that bird with just one marker, but toucan.
Oh, brother.
Now we have the tail feathers, a letter M, and down. Our other wing just sort of sticks out right here. 1, 2, and 3. Now watch closely how we draw the feet because it's going to be gripping a branch. We draw 1 line down and a second line down, and then the same thing here. 1, 2. For the little talons, we're going to just draw ovals side by side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to come back to that later when we add in the branch of one of the trees. But now we're going to add our sloth. We're going to start right over here, and we're going to begin with the nose. We draw an oval on its side, and then a slightly smaller oval inside of that. Now we want to fill all of this in. The eyes, we're going to draw sort of the pattern around the eyes first. It looks like this. And then another one. Sloths spend most of their days sleeping, so we're going to draw them with very sleepy eyes. Now for the mouth. A letter C for a cheek, and a letter C backwards over here, and a line connecting the two. A little dash underneath for the lower lip. The head begins with a little fluff of hair on the top. Now we bring that around and around again. There's a little outline of a pattern right around the face that just comes the whole way around. Now for our first arm. Down, around, and then 1, 2, 3, up and in. The other arm is right here. Down, around, and up. 1, 2, and 3. The back of the body, round, and then the hind leg. The hind leg is going to start out as a number 2, and then come down, around, up, and connect. Again, 1, 2. So we're just going to draw a line across each of those paws to create the claws. Close off this with a line across connecting the two. And then we're going to add a little bit of fur texture. Texture is how something feels when you touch it. We want this to look like it feels like fur. So a few little dashes randomly placed. And there we go. Our tree frog is going to be right up here, and he's a little bit smaller than these other two characters. We begin with the eyes, an oval, and a letter C. The pupils are vertical lines. 1, 2. Now for the mouth. Out, point, up, and dash. We're going to head right into the hind part of the body. Come down, around, and 3 toes. 1, 2, and 3. And just connect right there. Now for the arms. Down, out, 1, 2, 3 fingers, and up. From the lower lip to the arm, draw a line. And from the arm to the foot, another line. One more hand, right back here. We just see part of it. Line out, and a thumb. Now for eyebrows. Dash, dash. Now all of our characters, their habitat is a tree in the rainforest. So we're going to add the tree and the canopy of leaves. We're going to add each branch individually. We come out, up, over a letter V on its side, and back in. This line continues through and down to our sloth, where we have another branch. We come out, in, down, over, up, continue through, and then down and off our page. Coming back up here to the foot of this toucan, we come up, a letter V right at the top of the tree. Now for our other tree with our tree frog. The branch comes out, down, in, letter V on its side, down and up, connect right to his little hand there, through, and all the way down. Line up, letter V, line, and then right off the page. Now for the canopy of leaves at the top. Just sort of scribble in a line like this. And maybe add a couple vines dangling down if you want to. It's your drawing. You can always add as much or as little as you like. Some more leaves on the ends of each of the branches. The last thing is we're going to add a little bit of texture to the trees, but I'm going to show you a little trick that cartoonists like to do. We like to sometimes hide our names in our drawings. So we're going to hide my name, and one of the best places to hide things like that is in tree bark. So I'm going to just take J-O-E-W-O-S. And then by adding a little bit of texture, some lines, it sort of disappears right into the tree. That's a fun little thing to hide in your drawings. That's it. That's our rainforest. Be sure to sign your name. Take pride in your work. The Sky Islands are a solitary mountain range throughout the American Southwest. They rise up from the desert and then become plains into forest. So there's a wide variety of habitats and animals. We're going to begin with our coyote, starting with the eye. A simple oval shape. Add the pupil. And an eyebrow. Now for the head. A line out, down and up, point, down and in, back out and in. going to add the tip of the nose. An oval, and then just color that in, leaving just a little bit of white for the reflection. Now for the ears. Come out and back in. Out and back down. For this ear, we see the inside or interior. We're going to add the chest with a little bit of fur texture. And then bring a line down, in, and up. Do that again. Line down and in. Arch in slightly, and then we add the hind legs. Around, down, in, up again, and around. Now for the back. Starting from the ear, come down, around, and we connect right there. We have another leg that sort of sticks right back here. Next is the tail. Up, back down. Now we're going to add a rattlesnake. A rattlesnake is down here. We give it the brow above the eyes. Over, down, in, and then add the eye. We're drawing a letter U. Over, up and in for the second brow. Down and in for the eye. Now for the pupils. They have a slight point to them, so it's sort of a letter V shape, and then fill that in. Same here. The snout becomes out, down, in, and up. A little dash for the corner of the mouth. We're going to add a little bit of depth and dimension. Just bring a line down like this to the end of the snout, and then 1, 2, 3 lines. For the lower jaw, the letter L, out, down, letter L again, and around. The interior of the mouth, 2 lines down, and then color that in. Next are the fangs. 1 and 2. We're going to bring our head around into the neck and then into a coil. Come over, down, around and in, and then from the lower jaw, down, around and in, around and up, and then one more, round and in. Next is the tail. There's a zigzaggy line, and then fall it back down. Now we're going to add the rattle. Every time a rattlesnake sheds its skin, it adds another rattle. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's add a couple motion lines. That shows that the rattle is moving. And now for a pattern on our snake. I'm going to use some very geometric triangle shapes. all across the body. Whatever looks right to you. There's our rattlesnake. Our last animal is a hummingbird. That's going to be up here in the air. We have a circle for the eyes, and then a letter C. Period here and here. Why does a hummingbird hum? They don't know the words. The beak starts from the base of the eye, comes out, in, and up. Now for the head and body. We come around, down, leave a little space, up, and around and connect. Our tail feathers consist of a line down, a letter M, and back up. Eyebrows, dash, dash. Now for those fast moving wings. It's really just sort of a scribble, like the show. Now we're going to add our mountaintop setting. As you can see, our coyote's a little bit higher up. So we're going to add a little rock formation here. And down. Some land across. And maybe a little flower here. This is a desert rose mallow. It's a type of hibiscus flower. Line up. A little floof there with a circle in the middle. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of a pattern onto our rock formations here. This is strongly influenced by the southwestern Native American art designs, which use lots of geometric patterns. So lots of sort of squared off edges and triangular shapes, just like on our snake too. And there we go. We're all done with our mountaintop scene. Be sure to sign your name. Take pride in your work. I hope you enjoyed our visit to the Sky Island. Thanks for tuning in.